Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Latin America show. Well, today we have a little bit of glitches there, and well, we have Whitney blaming a little bit. That actually, Whitney, you have my name on your screen. It looks like Enrique
Oh my
Gelista
gosh.
also. I can see. So, well, like, I know. So, well, and well, of course, we were trying different things tonight, and well, it's like, Whitney, it's okay. It's fine. It's a live show. So, well, you know that these kind of things happen. So, well, thank you very much for everyone to watching us. Remember that the Latin America show is every Tuesday, 8 p.m. London time. And well, as always, we have prepared for you an extraordinary show with a very good artist that, well, we have the honor to talk about him. And well, we're gonna see some of his art that, well, if you have seen the promo, maybe you have seen these extraordinary murals that, well, he is doing. So, well, maybe you will have the opportunity to watch it. So, and of course, we're going to have music that LaVitrola. First of all, I would like to ask you the normal duties that, well, if you can share this video with more people in order that they know what the Latinos we are doing around the world. And also, well, I would like that you follow us in all our social networks. Remember that you can follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and which one? And that's it. Yeah, only four. Yeah. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Yeah. And well, also, well, there are some events upcoming. And do you remember that, well, one day we have here a tequila educator. So we are going to have the Latin America show is bringing this tequila educator live. So we're going to have this event soon, the 27th of October. We're going to have a tequila tasting. So we will put the link where you can buy your tickets and you can try and, of course, tasting this delicious tequila with Oliver Pearl, that he's an expert. He's going to tell us about tequila, and he's going to be in a Mexican restaurant. So, of course, it's going to be a night that we're going to enjoy some Mexican food, some it's street food that actually, believe me as a Mexican, I love the place because the place is La Chingada restaurant that is in Syracuse, and it's really good. So you can try it if you want to go there. They have two different branches that they are both of them in Syracuse. So you can find them as La Chingada. And well, it's time to say hello to mis amigos. And you have seen the expressions before, I think so, of our lovely Whitney Nuchereno.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. Sorry about that. When I was sharing the screen, I thought, yes, I know, Roger. So I apologize as I'm taking over Enrique's role and doing a great job so far. So that's great. While Enrique is on holiday, I'm stressed out here. So I apologize for that. But thank you for joining us. I'm really excited about tonight's episode and can't wait to get started. So let's just do that.
Brilliant, my dear Whitney. And also, well, I would like to say hello to Roger Alarcon as well. Roger, you have an absence. Last week you were not here with us.
Oh.
Yeah, well, hello to everyone. Yes, I know I wasn't here, but first of all, let me say hello to everyone who's watching us. Thank you for tuning to Latin American show. Yeah, I was working, sorry. And I was at the premiere of the No Time to Die, so sorry. It's been a busy week for me, so being in the red carpet, seeing the Royals was amazing. And then after that, from there to all the way on the weekend, see the London Marathon as well. I had another private event. Continue with the Rain Dance Film Festival, which soon is going to start at the end of October. We do the preparation, and also as well, I went to see some Latin American girls singing in Candela sessions. So it was a busy week, believe me. But here we go, and we are lucky because Facebook is working. No, because yesterday we have a blackout of 6 hours. So you are lucky.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, check your phones, guys, and make sure none of your data was stolen, because apparently it reached 1.5 billion people and stole some data. So just keep a check on your accounts, your credit cards, so that nothing happens.
Hey, listen, hackers. I don't have nothing in my account number, so bring some.
Oh my God. Oh, no.
Yeah, if you took my account number and my store code, please put some money there, please.
Yeah, don't take money.
Or bring some stuff from Amazon's. We should do a wish list, no? Hey, hackers, I need this. Bring it.
But
yeah,
curiously, Amazon was working yesterday. Just no one's purchases went through their accounts until this morning. Because that's what happened to me.
Let me tell you.
Money came
the
out.
winner.
I've been hacked. No, I bought it.
the winner, it was Twitter. Twitter stood up.
Yep.
And believe me, it was amazing because Twitter, all the community managers of every single brand, it was there answering and working because there was no Facebook, nothing to do. Just it was fun, to be honest.
Yeah, correct. So, well, of course, it's like, as I would like to say again, like, well, please share this video where, as you know, well, the Latin America Show, we're trying to bring the best of the Latinos across the world, bringing you and showing you the different experiences, the different businesses and companies or enterprises that they have. And also, you know, that, well, we need to support each other and in any part of the world. So I think so. It's 8 with 10 minutes. So it's time to go to the glitchiest Nuchereno section.
All right. I promise I'll get this one right. Guys, if you can put your microphone. Oh, no, wait. I can put your microphones in mute. Oh, I'm doing it. The one time
I did it.
Shh. Save it for the interview. Okay, guys. Welcome to the first part of Making Spanish Simple. I actually had a couple ideas on what I wanted to do tonight, and I just totally changed it last minute. Because I want to start doing things that involve subjects and verbs and having you guys be able to use full sentences that aren't, you know, everyday instruction. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start with the verb. We're only going to do one verb tonight, and it's the one that you will always start with in Spanish. And whenever I teach, it's been a while since I taught Spanish 1, but whenever I teach beginner Spanish, this is the first verb they learn entirely. And so let's look at the verb ser. And first off, we're going to use ser in the opening comments for tonight. So obviously, as you know, I love participation from the audience. So here's one of the questions that you have heard, especially as a beginner, we've used in this program that takes the word ser, or the verb, which means to be. So the expression is de donde eres, and that means where are you from? So eres is like, are you? That's the part, that's the verb. And you would respond with yo soy or soy de, and that means I'm from, and then fill in the blanks in the comments. So, por ejemplo, si eres francés, soy de Francia. Si eres mexicano, como mis compañeros, soy de México. So just throw it in the comments again. Yo, por ejemplo, soy de los Estados Unidos. So you could simply say that. If you want to get fancy, you can use soy plus your nationality. So, por ejemplo, Enrique y Roger son de México, así que son mexicanos. Yo soy de los Estados Unidos, así que yo soy estadounidense. So say it either one of those ways, throw it in the comments, tell me where you're from, and I will check it out in a moment. Remember, the expression is soy, and then de, and then whatever country you're from, just so I can pasar página and move on a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna have to move my head. This takes up a lot of space, but I wanted to, and I'm gonna talk exactly about what this is. So first of all, going back to this question, when we talk about origin, where we're from, that takes the verb ser because that's permanent. That's not something that we can change. But we have this thing in English called pronouns, and they're kind of like the subject pronouns that go before the verb. Now in Spanish, they're optional, but for the sake of educating you tonight, I'm gonna throw them in front of them. And just like subject pronouns are like I'll show you them right here. So you have yo, which means I. Tú, and there's a reason it's this way. I'll explain it in a minute. Tú, which is you, informal. And then él is he, ella is she, and usted is you, formal. That's kind of like when you're talking to a superior or someone who you just don't know. I mean, it's very different in certain Spanish-speaking countries. And then on the right, we have nosotros or nosotras. So these both mean we. Nosotros on the left is, well, we're going to talk about in a second, actually. And then we have vosotros, which is you all. And then ellos and ellas both mean they. And ustedes is you, plural. So again, tú is informal, Usted is formal when you're saying you and you're directing that towards one person. Nosotros, vosotros and vosotras. So when do you use that? That's typically used in Spain. This is not to be mistaken with voseo, which is used in a lot of Spanish-speaking countries outside of Spain. But vosotros as a subject pronoun is strictly used in Spain. Vosotras is the feminine form. So if you're talking to, say you're in Spain and you're talking to a group of people, then you want to address them as you, plural, then you would use vosotros, or if it happens to be a group of only females, vosotras. If it's a mix, you always go the masculine route. And same thing with nosotros for we. If you're talking, for example, when I talk about my colleague, she and I always say nosotras. But if I'm talking about my colleagues in the department who are both male and female, it's nosotros. And same thing with ellos and ellas. So they both mean they, but ellos is more like they as in all male or group of men and women. Again, if there's even just one person who's a man, it automatically goes to the OS form. And then ellas is all females, and that means they as well. Now, why do I have all the subject pronouns written this way? Any Romance teacher teaches like this, and there's a reason. So on the left side, okay, of the yo, tú, él, ella, un, usted, we call that singular. So yo is first person singular, I. Tú, second person singular, you. And then él, ella, usted, he, she, sometimes it can mean it as well, or you. It's talking about one person. But if you look to the right, that is the plural form of the one that's directly next to the word on the left. So the plural of I is anyone and I, which is we. The plural of tú is, well, vosotros in Spain. So it doesn't totally work out because in Latin America, we use more ustedes. And then the plural of él is ellos, of ella, it's ellas, and usted, it's ustedes. So now we're going to learn the verb ser with it. And here it is. And I apologize. I know it's a lot of text, but again, whenever you're teaching a verb, you want to teach it with a subject pronoun. So this is how you conjugate the verb ser, to be. When we conjugate verbs, we put them in different forms. Like in English, I am, you are, he or she is. It sounds differently. So that's the same thing in Spanish. Yo soy, tú eres. So yo soy means I am. So just like in the warm-up, de donde eres, yo soy de los Estados Unidos. De donde eres is the to form. So tú eres. And again, subject pronouns are optional in Spanish. You don't need them. In fact, a lot of people don't use them half the time because as you can see on the right, all of these verbs look differently. So you only kind of need them if you're distinguishing between kind of like the bottom two, él, ella, or usted, or ellos, ellas, and ustedes. So if you want to say he is, él es, ella es, or usted es. If you're saying we are from, somos de los Estados Unidos. Vosotros sois de España. Since we use it in Spain, ellos son de Mexico. Okay. And this is the verb, like I said, it's permanent. And that's why we use it with origin, because you can't change where you're from. So you would use this verb also with time, que hora es. We've seen this. With descriptions, which we're going to do next week. With professions, soy profesora, soy pelirroja. Relationships between family and friends, es mi papá, es mi mamá, ella es mi hermana. With religion, and with origin, which was the initial warm-up. So I'm going to switch to that. So I'm going to check out these comments and see what you guys have written. So hopefully it's loading for me. And if anyone, okay, it's starting to load. So I have Garen DNC, soy de Inglaterra, soy inglesa, very nice. Okay, she's from England. Okay, so she's English. Soy de Colombia, from Liliana Beck, sí, or soy colombiana. And that's all I am seeing right now. Roger, are you seeing anything else? Because I know you have access to Facebook as well. That's all I am seeing. I think that's it. But if you guys want to throw it in the comments and I'll comment on them later. I'm only seeing those two right now. But that's the first part. And we're going to actually use this verb in our next session next week. And we're going to use it with descriptors. So how you describe yourself, both like how you look and personality. So there you go. That's the first part of making Spanish simple. Simple. Enrique, oh, sorry, I have to unmute you. I'm enjoying this part of the Zoom.
You also make
Man, you give her the button to press it. She can mute us.
Yeah, I know. You know what?
He's got the power.
Responsibility, but I'm enjoying this part of it.
yeah. You really enjoy the power and showing us all the images that you have on your screen.
Oh, I have so many things open. That's the life of a teacher.
Yeah. And listening to the Latin America show music only, like, used to see, oh, well, she has a lot of images there. Yeah, that was good.
That part of it, I cleaned up my desktop last night.
Of course, I'm blaming on a live show. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I have lots of ammunition to blame you guys for later shows, so I'll take it.
Teacher.
Very much.
Yes.
When you can teach us the verb you say at the beginning.
You're done. Okay,
moving
on. I know.
No worries, Whitney.
At least half the people wouldn't know what it meant.
No worries. That's normal and well, it's like that.
So much stress.
Things happen. Yeah.
This is what happens when Enrique goes on holiday.
Life glitches.
He's relaxed.
Life
stresses us out.
Life and glitches of
life,
internet.
Yeah.
Well, I think so, like we would say that we were a little bit disturbed about yesterday, and that's the reason why it happened. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You should blame Facebook again, like saying, I think so. They have an issue.
To be honest,
they're still having an issue. Yeah, and that could
to be honest, this is a miracle. This is working because I was so afraid it's not going to work.
Yeah.
I thought it was my phone, so I deleted WhatsApp and then deleted all the messages Enrique sent me about how to.
I remember you told me
this morning I had to reinstall it. Oh yeah, it's nuts. So yes. Anyways, I think it's time to present our next guest, which is me. So this is really exciting. Okay, give me 1 second. Oh, wait, never mind. We're just going to wait a second for him to come. While we do, Enrique y Roger, do you want to talk about, let's see, ¿de dónde son? Van a contestar mi pregunta.
I already said, yo soy de México.
Dilo otra vez.
Yo soy de la Ciudad de México.
La Ciudad de México, muy bien. ¿Y Roger, de qué parte de México?
También soy de la Ciudad de México.
Muy bien. Okay, so next up, okay, we have everything ready. Okay, so we are going to present right now our first guest, first and only guest. I'm used to having two. Juan Jimenez, aka Entes, is a Lima, Peru-born artist who rose to prominence over the last 2 decades for his highly expressive murals and paintings. Entes is one of Peru's most highly acclaimed street artists, painting large-scale murals around the world and experimenting with both the medium and presentation of graffiti. His work features a wide array of pieces inspired by the struggle for freedom in Latin America. In short, his art is an homage to people who show courage in the face of adversity, who risk their lives to dismantle corruption, oppression, and injustice. And we are so lucky to have him here with us this evening. Hola, Entes, how are you? Oh, you have to unmute yourself.
Yes. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Everybody.
Hello. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know I'm personally honored as I've studied and both taught your material in class. So before diving into your work, which I know we have lots to talk about, could you tell us a little bit more about yourself and what inspired you to become not just an artist, but particularly a muralist?
Yes. So thank you for inviting me first. It's a pleasure to me to doing this kind of an interview. I love it. So I'm starting painting graffiti like in 1998. So I'm starting painting graffiti like letters, tags in the street, bombing, you know, and in the process I'm do evolution and go to the murals. So I'm I'm Afro-American, Afro-Peruvian, sorry. So my work talking about the racism, social class, you know, politics, different kind of things working around me, happening in my time. You know, I'm from the 80s to the 90s, so I'm living very strong particular time, like the terrorism is there. So I'm pretty live everything, you know. So living this time is very strong to me. And now the year before we got two guys, young guys, pass away. So in a ¿cómo se dice? Marcha, like a protest. So in a protest from the ex-president Merino, this guy stay in the government for 6 days. The people pushing to keep it out. So I do the hands and the flag for that guys and putting in the street, and the people love it because I'm part of not only the artists now for me from my artwork, like muralism, so something like kind of this, you know. It's like pinky art for me, you know, some of these kind of artists. So for me, it's more like I'm involved in all the situations. Not only I'm an artist, and sorry for the words, but I'm learning English from rap music. So, but folk, everything, you know, for me, it's like I'm involved with these people. The community is important to me. I'm be around with these persons, you know. I'm living in Miraflores now, but I'm moving for all Lima and actually almost Latin America and around the world. So I'm moving to this kind of experience, like galleries time, and return to my background. It is graffiti, and go straight to the hood, you know, to paint that and do relation with these people, you know. So this is more my work from art.
And in that way, Entes, well, it's like we have noticed, and also with some of the images that Roger was presenting, we saw in your art that is very colorful, and of course it's like your style in general, and it's very vibrant, all the colors that you use. So can you tell us a little bit more about your style in general?
Okay, so Lima is a particular city. All my art is around Lima and Peru, actually. Lima got the great, it's like a London, actually. We tell panza de burro because el cielo es gris. The sky is gray. Yeah. So every time, you know, in the summer it's a little bit light blue, but no like here in Miami or wherever other part, you know. So that's important to me because that's the reason, because my artwork is very powerful in the colors. And actually the neon colors comes from the poster chicha. The poster chicha is comes from the poster of the concert of cumbia music. So this stay around of the city, but first in the 80s in the ghettos, because it's particular music for immigrants to the around Lima, going to Lima, you know. So the music is deep and beautiful. So do appreciate it to to this kind of inspiration when as young, you know. So this is the reason, because my work is very colorful. I love the colors. I'm a natural composition of the color. I'm born with that. I don't know how to explain that, but I'm talking with some curators about why my work is colorful. I say, yo, because I don't know. I'm born with this. So it's in me. For whatever reason, when I not study, immediately when I started painting, I'm not study art, you know. Later, a few years later, I'm study art. But when I'm started, the composition of the color is the same. Mm-hmm. So it's very interesting, that kind of thing.
And also, well, it's like, and here's, well, a couple of questions, because we're talking about your art. So the next question, it would be like, you said that you're very colorful, and in your whole life, you are colorful the way that because, well, now you can see that, well, I think so the three of us, we are wearing black in this side. Yeah, it was like, we didn't say that, well, we should, but well, it's like, I don't know, in general, like in your house and all the things that you do, you like all these vibrant colors, like very nice, or it's only in your paintings or in your murals?
No, it's all my life, actually, because I love the colors. My dress is really colorful. Now I'm feeling older, so I'm feeling like real old man. And now I'm using that for do my art, actually, you know, like paint or doing something. Now I'm here in the gallery working. So I'm pushing other things. I need more vibrant things in me to see me and say, okay, I got more power now, you know, like it's a vibration, you know. But when I go to the street, it's completely different. I try to put in classic things, because I'm not feeling young anymore. So I'm feeling more older and use gray, beige, you know, something, colors like more.
Are you trying to tell us something? Because we are wearing black, the three of us. Are you trying to tell us that we are old now?
Well, Enrique's older than you. We're still very young.
No, I'm joking. And well, continue talking about your art, because you were saying this part about well, all the protest and all the part of how energetic and expressive is all your paintings and your style. But also, I don't know, I think so that, well, one of the things that I have noticed is that, well, you also pay attention about the indigenous.
Yes, for sure.
And what is the main, in that way, what is your main purpose or your main goal showing this part of the indigenous people?
In one point, I'm doing like, when I'm got it 20 years or 25, something like that, keeping my mind like I'm a urban art. So I'm a guy from concrete jungle, you know? So in one point I switched that in my brain and say, no, I'm come from Peru. Actually, we got really indigenous living there in the jungle, you know? So these people is alive. And actually, in one point, I traveled to the jungle, to Peru, in Peru. So in this travel, I'm going to paint some murals there. And the people around see these guys in front of the river. So that experience to me is like really powerful and go deep inside me, you know? So in the content, actually, you know, like I'm saying, okay, I'm an artist. This is a world, actually. I don't need the walls. I need a natural oxygen, you know, like to still alive, you know? Mm-hmm. So in that point, I'm saying, okay, I'm pushing these guys, because in all Latin America, the Spanish people come and kill everybody, you know, like in the past, you know? So for me, it's very deep. And the people, when you try to find your identity, you know, like, okay, I'm me, like as half Peruvian and half Afro-Peruvian, you know. So that's the question. I'm go deep in my family and what is the source of this all kind of thing happening in my blood, in my own blood, you know. So the indigenous part comes from the jungle and the Andes too. So that's what happened inside of me. So this is the reason because I'm changed the situation a little bit in some murals to talking about the nature and the indigenous part, you know, because it's very, in Peru, it's very interesting, this kind of things, because the, what's a word? Sorry. La conquista.
The conquer.
Okay. Don't kill all the people in my country, you know. So the ruins stay there, the past stay there. We learn every year and discover every year different kind of things and different times, and that's amazing. To me, be a Peruvian person is completely amazing for sure.
And I want to ask you some very interesting question. Obviously, everything you're saying is what's inside yourself, your roots, what you is expressing there, not having studied, but then you needed to have that difference. How you find your tag name, your artistic name, how that came into the context, just to say, I am this guy and I want the people know me as my art, to my art. And what's the significance? What's the meaning behind this name?
Okay, Entes is like a person, but more like psychedelic, something like that, you know. So like mysterious, you know. So for me, it's like is this name is not deep, like you can listen Entes and say, oh, okay, but not stay in your mind for forever. But the point with that is when you see my art, remember my style, not my name, you know? So this is the purposes to do in that kind of name, you know? Yeah. And in the past, I got other names, few names, but in 2002, I traveled to Chile for first time, and I see I put in my tag before that in English, and return I say, no, I'm from Peru, I'm doing it in Spanish, and that's what's up, you know?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for making an exception and doing this interview in English. We appreciate it.
And I hope so everybody understand my English.
Yes,
my work
perfectly. I want to go back to your art. First of all, I love that your tag name allows you to really place the emphasis on your art and your beautiful art, which can be found all over the world, according to my sources, such as, and correct me if I'm wrong, Brazil, Colombia, the DR, Dominican Republic, Denmark, and the US are just some of the places
yes, France, Spain, some few, Africa too, Angola, many. I'm going to 53 cities around the world.
Wow. Okay. All right. Google has to update this. This is what I love about street art. It just keeps changing. So first of all, I guess, which spot did you feel the most welcome for your art? And also, and you just said about the spots that you're going to, or you have displayed total, where would you love to display your work? So first of all, where did you feel most welcome? What is the next ideal destination for your art?
Okay, so the first place to my art for sure is Peru, because it's the original size, the original side to my art. And later, I think so, here in Miami, the people understand completely what happened with my art, because most of people of here is Latin American. So that's the reason, because the people understand completely what happened and knows about the problem and knows what happened with the other countries, because we stay together, you know. So I love the city. Actually, New York too, many places, but the people, the point with that is when the people understand what happened, don't see, for me, it's more deep to the people see what beautiful is my art. So for me, is the people understand what happened with the art and what is the question to I did to these people, you know. This is, for me, is my first point, you know.
Yeah.
So Miami is one of the best place to my art.
Ooh, okay. And I believe Roger has a question about that right now.
Yeah, no, obviously in the context, because you were saying Miami, obviously you'd be more welcome. The meaning is really the meaning of your art. It goes beyond, because obviously everyone over there is immigrant. And I believe you also exhibit your work. Tell us, now you have a gallery, but tell us a little bit more about where you will showcase your art.
Yes. My last exhibition is in New York in 2020. And now, later of pandemic, bueno, the pandemic stayed. So we need live, you know, living. Now I'm here. The opening is 9th of October. So I'm stay here to doing some artworks more, little installation here. The next exhibition is in November, end of November, for the art fair school. I did the entrance for the art fair, so that's important. And the next year I got some few exhibitions in New York and here in Miami, and maybe France. I'm staying in contact with one gallery there. I'm working now with Mass Gallery, Miami Art Society, and Super Chief from New York, LA too. So now I'm working here with these people. So it's amazing, the opportunity for me, you know.
So glad to hear that. And hopefully we can get you here in London sometime.
Yo, I'm waiting for the invitation.
Okay, we'll be in touch. We'll be in touch. There's another important question I really want to ask, because it has to do with the festival. So I saw online there are two possible names for it: Latir Latino, also known as, I believe, Latido Festival, which you and another artist, Pessimo, created. And I apologize if this is similar to what you talked about before, but what is the mission behind this movement, this festival, and what has it accomplished?
Okay, so when we started to do that is 2012, and in 2012 we came 2 years before to Miami or Basel for events with the gallery primary flight, and here we see a bunch of friends here, you know, of all Latin America. And we, in the end, we understand we don't get this kind of opportunity in Latin America. The events of graffiti or muralism is in other countries, not in Latin America. And when these things happen in Latin America, don't invite another person from around Latin America. Invite people from USA, or Europe, or other part of the world, you know? So we see that, and we started to doing for the community, because we try to do very good friends in other parts of Latin America. So that is the point, because it's the first event around the globe from Latinos, only from Latinos. So we do that. And in 2017, that event disappeared because Pésimo and me don't working together anymore. And we got another events, like my wife got the event name is Puro Muro.
Okay.
So we try to do the same with people around the globe to come and do murals in Peru. And that's what's up.
Oh, I love that.
Actually, I built the first photo in the corner to the left is the Museum of Graffiti. I do a Museum of Urban Art in Peru. Mm-hmm. I did that museum in 2018. So I invite 25 artists around the globe to come to Peru and do murals there, and later I can take the mural off and do the first museum in the globe with their own walls.
Wow, very impressive.
Wow,
and in that way, it's like and finally, because well, it's like and Roger was showing your Instagram, but I don't know if you can tell us or to the viewers in general, it's like where they can find more about you, Entes.
Yes, thank you. In Instagram, I'm staying with Entes93. Yeah. My website is coming. It's Entes Dmjc.com. It's coming in few weeks. I'm stopping posting murals or things in my Instagram post about the website. So I do the good research in my website. I got a new art, new different installations, materials, books.
Mm-hmm. Yes, perfect. And yes, everyone, if you message Entes, you're lucky. You know? Yeah, he might respond because that's how we got him on the show. Go to his Instagram, right?
Yeah, actually, I was looking your Instagram, and then you have few techniques, a few amazing things. You carving, you do muralism, you do graffiti. I mean, you're a complete artist, and we need to follow your track because I think good things are coming for you.
Still there?
Still there? Sorry.
Yeah. Internet is doing his.
Internet is doing, as always, different issues. But well, it's fortunately, it's good that well that happens right now and not before. So well, anyway, he is Entes, and well, it's like as you know, well, you can follow in the different social networks, and yes, as Roger was saying, you can take a look about the Instagram, and I think you will find a lot of different interesting techniques that he used. So he used to, So honestly, it's really good.
Yeah, and honestly too, whether you speak Spanish or not, there are a lot of really good articles out there. So just throw in also Entes in Google. And I know I found out a lot of information about him to write this interview, and used a lot of that because they're really, really interesting interviews in addition to ours. And we lost Entes right there, but if he comes back in, we'll say a proper goodbye to him. But we thank him for his phenomenal work, and we hoped that we get to interview him again, and stay tuned to and hopefully he'll come to London. Who knows, guys? We might get some Entes here, some color to brighten up those gray London days, right?
Dark.
I know.
Old and dark. Yeah, that was a little bit. Yeah, I feel like, oh my God, it was quite a red.
I know.
Anyway, but it's elegant. It's elegant.
Yeah, it's elegant. We have Entes back with us, hopefully. And
yeah, he's back.
Yes, we just wanted
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, don't worry about it. Hey, listen.
My computer is dead.
Do not worry. Tonight is the night of all different technological errors. But
don't worry.
Let's stop. Roger.
Perfect. Sorry.
No, don't worry. It can always be worse. We want to thank you so much, Entes, for coming here and being with us and taking the time out of your day. So thank you so much, and we hopefully we'll get to talk soon.
Perfect. Thank you, everybody, for inviting me to present my art here. It's an honor. It's a pleasure. So thank you, everybody, and see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If
Thank
you
you very much,
Miami, go check out Entes. Perfect. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, well, and I was just reading some of the comments there, and I just want to say to Adriana Sanchez that, well, they are saying that, well, she hasn't received. Yesterday, I talked with the provider and talking about glitches. They have a problem with their system, and it was not. However, I spoke with him yesterday, and yesterday told me that he sent directly your hamper. So you will receive it this week. If you haven't received it, also your prices, please let us know. But at the moment, all the providers, they have sent the different prices for the audience that we gave for the Mexican Independence Day. So Adriana, you will receive this week your hamper. So don't worry about it. If you have any issues, let me know. But yesterday the provider confirmed that has been sent. So thank you. And I think, Suska, it's time to go to Whitney Nuchereno section. Yeah. And remember that, well, we have music that, well, from our friends from Vitrola. Yes, Roger, sorry.
Yes.
Oh, no, yeah. She's first.
Perfect. Okay.
Let's go with Glitchy Nuchereno.
Glitchy Nuchereno. I like that. Glitchy Nuchereno.
What? What'd you say? What? Oh gosh, I don't even know. Oh my goodness. Okay, I can't handle this. It's been a long day, guys. Okay. So this week, because Entes is from Peru, I thought let's talk about Heard on the Street and do Peruvian slang. And this is a review to something we've done a really long time ago. I think it was like August of 2020, the last time we covered this slang. And we're going to cover it again. So I know that last week we talked about, what were we talking about? Argentina, and we talked about Luca and it being kind of slang, a nice, like one of the ways to use as money or Peruvian currency. And it's kind of like, the best way to describe it is it's equivalent to when we say quid in the UK. So if like something costs like 10 soles, which is the actual currency, people might say 10 lucas instead. And like I said, we talked about that with Argentine slang. So that actually you see in a couple countries, one of which is Argentina, one of which is Peru. And actually we're going to cover it next week when we cover Colombian slang. So little, stay tuned for that. Bamba. So bamba is used mostly for fake goods, like in markets, like if someone is selling you something and it's fake, it's bamba. And then costilla. This is a really interesting one. So this means girlfriend, but literally this word means rib. And it's a reference, apparently. Now let's remember, a lot of the culture, a lot of the religion in Latin American culture is still Catholic. And so apparently this is a reference to the creation of Eve from Adam's rib. So I don't know if, gentlemen, you knew that. Enrique, did you? You're nodding your head.
Yeah, actually, it's very common that it's common that phrase, like saying that is my media costilla, so my half rib.
Oh, like media
your partner. Yeah.
And that's exactly. Okay, so we're gonna learn a new word that's not on this list. It's called sabelo todo. Enrique es un sabelo todo. He's laughing. That means know-it-all, which he does. But I'm very, very grateful for it, like 90% of the time. Okay, next word is pata. So this is one, I don't know if we've done this last time, but either way, it means it can be used to refer to a guy or a friend, tu pata. And then just a couple more. I knew we'd run over a little bit as we do. Dale bola. So dale bola is very similar to hacerle caso, which means to pay attention to someone or something. And then the next one is Nimichi. So ni in Spanish means like either neither or nor, depending on the placement. So Nimichi is slang for not at all. So like instead of saying like no entiendo nada, you can say no entiendo Nimichi, like totally didn't get that. And then the last one, como cancha, means a lot, like the word un montón. So if you were to say like tengo como cancha el trabajo, it means tengo un montón de trabajo. I have a ton of work. So speaking of that, get to work, everyone. At the end of the show, please go to makingspanishsimple.com, learn all the good stuff. Follow me there, subscribe, most importantly, and my social media is linked to it, which includes, but not limited to, actually, no, just all those. I don't have a Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm going to keep this up to inspire.
Give her a like.
Yes. Enrique is on the list. Roger, I don't know if you've subscribed.
I did it.
Ooh. Karen Dancy, I love the slang section. It's fascinating. Thank you. I find it fascinating too. Not all these expressions I knew about, but it gives me some purpose to study them. And I actually started teaching slang to my students, which they mostly appreciate. So there you go.
And are they telling you something that I didn't understand, Nimichi?
Nimichi, yeah. Well, they look at me si yo estuviera hablando griego, like Nimichi. Nope, not at all. I know. Yeah. There you go.
Imagine the students glitching Nuchereno is telling us something.
Someone's going to get in trouble after this meeting. Someone's about to get muted.
Careful, Roger, because now she has the power and she can.
I have the power.
Yes, from the Zoom. So very
Enrique was foolish enough to give me his login info, so I can do this every week. I'm going to beat Enrique to the Zoom. Actually, no. After this week, Enrique, you can have the power.
Anyway, so well, I thank you very much for that, my dear Whitney. Yeah, it was very interesting. Bamba, Nimichi. Yeah. Well.
Oh, you're learning. Oh, you take notes.
Yes, I took notes. Yeah.
Oh, muy bien.
I always take notes. Yeah.
Okay.
So, well done, my dear Whitney. So, well,
thank you.
I think that, well, it's like if you watch the promo, you listen to this fantastic music that we have from Vitrola, LaVitrola, that well, they are a Chilean group, that Chilean band, and believe me, it's like very sticky. It's like really nice, the music. So, Roger, over to you.
Yeah, of course, we're gonna hear something nice.
En tu vida no lo quitará. Es el placer que muy justito ha de encontrar por el mundo entero la mala amante de mi ansiedad. Si tú te vas, ¿qué voy a hacer? Ya no será mi fiel mujer, todo el placer que muy juntito en tu vida lo disfrutarás. Todo el placer que muy juntito en tu vida lo disfrutarás. Al encontrar por el mundo entero la mala amante de mi ansiedad. Mi corazón sigue sincero, por donde voy jamás dirá. Al encontrar por el mundo entero la mala amante de mi ansiedad. Si tú te vas, ¿qué voy a hacer? Ya no será mi fiel mujer, todo el placer que muy justito en tu vida lo disfrutarás. Todo el placer que muy justito en tu vida lo disfrutarás.
Excellent music. Thank you very much for that, Roger. So, you can find them very easy, like LaVitrola.cl and also on YouTube. So you can find a lot of videos. So it's like, remember, it's like we are supporting all the different Latin American communities. So, remember to support them also to all of them, all the different singers, all the different bands that they are here, and also the different people that they are coming and present the different businesses that they have here. Mm-hmm. And I think so it's time just Roger to set a couple of events that we have.
And you're on mute, just so you know. Wasn't me.
It's the day, don't worry. It's not you
trust
only.
Me. It is the day.
Roger is on mute also. And I think so he's lost. He cannot.
No, I'm not lost. I was just like, glitchy Nuchereno is the.
Well,
we didn't have glitches, man. No, I had it, and all of a sudden, boom, disappears. But anyway,
don't worry.
Yes,
good.
Just remember, please, all October, Children Change Colombia. This got this amazing. It's celebrating 30 years for 30 days. Please go to the website Children Change Colombia and help them. It's an amazing charity. You can find there the web page, the web address. Also, the Thursday, 14th of October, one of our guests here in the program, Betty Encinares, she's going to have a webinar about if you want to improve your networking opportunities. So I will post that later on. And also our friend of Latin Indian events, he's got a few events going on. If you want to learn salsa, just go to his Facebook and you will find it. I will post this information as well. He's doing some lessons and also he's going to have a picnic and also a mojito magic salsa. So there's a lot of stuff happening, and you can find more information in Latin Indian events.
Perfect, my dear Roger. And also remember that while the Latin America show, we're going to have a tequila tasting the Wednesday 27th of October. So, it's like, we're going to put the link here where you can buy your tickets in Eventbrite, and also you can taste its extraordinary Mexican street food that, as a Mexican, I can highly recommend you to go there. And it's time, sorry, Whitney.
You're missing something extremely important about this event. They can hang out with us.
We're going to be there. Of course, we're going to be there. Yeah.
You want to see us in person, not through Zoom? Come join us.
Exactly. And well, we're going to have like, of course, we're going to have a really good gathering. We're going to learn more about tequila 1800. And also, well, we're going to have this little time when we can share different experiences, with the delicious Mexican food. So, and it's time to go. So over you, Roger Alarcon.
Well, it's been an amazing program, full of glitches, full of everything, but we're here on Facebook, so we're glad of that. We just jumped the blackout. Thank you for everyone just to joining us, and see you next week. And
perfect. Whitney,
use an umbrella. Use an umbrella because it's getting cold.
Well, it is, but now, of course, it's not going to rain. Well, I don't want to jinx it. Never mind. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. First of all, thank you for joining us tonight. Sorry about the many glitches. Like Enrique said, we're all very stressed. We didn't even know the show would go on tonight. And emailing, I forgot how we communicate without WhatsApp, Facebook. So we're all emailing each other. So I do apologize about the glitches and whatnot first time. So we've learned two things. A, anything goes on live TV, and B, Enrique can never take another holiday again. So with that, I'm really looking forward to next week. I'm going to spoil it because that's what I do best. And we are going to talk about, Enrique doesn't like it, but I don't care. We're going to talk about music from, I think it's pronounced Yvli. She's an artist with Dukas, who was previously on the show. They're going to debut their new video with us here, and we're going to speak with the artist. So look forward to that. Some more Spanish stemming from tonight, and some Colombian slang. So I totally ruined the whole episode. Let's hope Facebook works with us this week so we can have the episode.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Whitney Nuchereno. And also, well, just to remind you that, well, we're going to post here that, well, you see, if you want to be volunteering for this Mexican event that is going to be the 30th of October. So please let us know, send us a message if you want to be volunteer and participate in this event. That is going to be a massive event that well, is going to be in the British Library. So remember, send us a message if you would like to participate. And well, the Latin America show is every Tuesday, 8 p.m. London time. Remember to give us a like, share this video. And well, my name is Enrique Gelista. See you next week.
Okay.